Hey, Michael McReynolds. Good to see you. What's up, my friend? Chris Hope. Good to see you too. I was just setting up a little live stream tonight to test my new high-speed computer to see how well it live streams. If you remember, a while back, I built a new high-speed computer to process my 4K video faster, and it seems to be doing everything I wanted it to. We'll see what it does with streaming. It should do well because it's much faster. I think it can handle several things better than my older one, even though it was fast. This one is 20 times faster than the one that died, and it's 5 times faster than the high speed one I had before. Tonnight Planet Cloud, good to see you too. And here we are. Looks like we are live. Yeah, I was doing some tests a while back, and I built up a new computer. I don't know if you saw it or not. Let me see if I can put it up here. Yeah, this is the high-speed computer that I built a while back. It's got a big honking radiator water cooler here, or a liquid cooler for the CPU, and it has an i9 8-core computer in it with 64 gigabytes of high-speed RAM, and it does a pretty good job with everything I need it to do. I don't know if anybody else would like to jump in. If you would, I could put up a link. Anyway, I don't know if any of y'all out there would like to join in. If so, I could probably send you a link. Like to get on and chat a while. I'm doing about 6 things with this computer right now, and it seems to be handling everything easily and effortlessly. But anyway, it does seem to be doing what I wanted it to do. I was also playing around with some funny things with StreamYard. I don't know if y'all could see it or not, but well, I'm sure you could see it. But got my name up in the corner now and my logo in the other corner. Hey, Chris, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you stopping by just to see. And I didn't really plan to do much tonight other than just test it out, see if it's going to work. People had complained about the noise from my older computer because my webcam was so close to it. And this new computer's so quiet you can't even hardly hear it running, even when it speeds up. I haven't got to do much drone flying lately. That's my little Mavic Mini up in the corner there. But about the only thing I've been using drones for lately to scare off some silly birds. We've got a bunch of big white-winged doves that are about the size of pigeons that like to roost in the woods behind my house. And when they do, they scare away all the little birds from the bird feeder. They won't let them eat. The little birds will share the bird feeder nicely. There'll be 4 or 5 different kinds of birds on there at the same time, and they get along well. But when those silly white-wings get on there, they won't let the other birds even close to the feeder. So what I've been doing lately is when they come in to roost at night just before 8 o'clock, as I fly one of my drones out there, fly it low over the trees where they roost and scare them all away. And they seem to stay away for over 24 hours. It scares them so bad. They they're not sure what that drone is. It's not much bigger than they are, but it sure makes a lot of noise, and they don't like it. And it seems to keep them away for 24 to 36 hours. Hey, Drone Planet, I put it in the comments there. You can pick it up and join me if you'd like to. Anyway, just playing around with a few things tonight, mostly. Yeah, that background is pretty nice. That was another thing I was playing around with. I was diddling around with green screen. There you go. Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, man?
I can hear you.
Brilliant connection.
How you doing?
It's not too bad. It's a bit late here in the UK.
I'll bet it is. What time is it over there?
20 to 1 in the morning.
Oh, past midnight. Oh, you're up late or up early, one of the two.
Yeah. So how's things where you are?
It's pretty hot over here. It's been up in the 90s Fahrenheit, which I don't know what that is centigrade, but 95, 96 degrees Fahrenheit in the afternoon. It's not too bad in the morning. It's like 65 in the morning, but I don't know what the conversion to centigrade would be, but it's pretty hot.
Yeah, that's hot enough.
Yeah, it's hot enough for me. That's why I try to stay inside in the air conditioning during the daytime.
Yeah, that's life in the States.
But I've got to get out one of these days and go flying my drones in some remote locations since they removed our lockdown about a month ago. We can get out and go do things now, which is a lot more fun than staying home.
Oh, if they eased it, yeah? Eased it off.
Yeah, we can travel in the state anywhere we want to now without any restrictions. But,
well, you know, the UK is 4 different countries.
Is what?
You know, it's England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales.
Okay. What are their limits?
Well, England's easing the lockdown now.
Okay. I think Ireland is too, because one of the guys that flies drones is from Ireland, and I've seen him out and about a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to go side on with this phone, see if it gives a better picture. Oh, there you go. That's better, I think.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. It seemed a little off angle, you know,
Yeah.
right up.
Yeah, it
But
looks
you're
good.
a biker like me.
Looks good now. What do you do for entertainment these days, mostly?
I've got a YouTube channel like you, obviously.
Yeah, I've looked at your YouTube channel. I've enjoyed looking at it. I don't get a chance to look at others that often, but I do like to look at them. I do a lot of different things on my YouTube channel. I ride motorcycles, and I have a Mavic Mini that I carry on the motorcycle rides with me sometimes, and I'll put it up at places we stop and fly it around a little bit.
Yeah, see, that's good stuff.
But and then I have a Mavic 2 Pro that I also use for doing high quality videos of things.
Yeah, I had a few DJI drones. I didn't have too much success with them. I bought most of them second hand.
I've never bought one second hand. I bought them new, but never second hand.
Yeah, so I opted to sell them, and I opted to sell them and buy, the Hobson Zeno.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm familiar with those.
Yeah, it's just the standard Hobson Zeno. You know the Hobson Zeno 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I looked at a lot of YouTube videos and I didn't see much difference between the Zeno Pro and the Zeno 1 for quality.
Well, I haven't really had a chance to compare some. Everybody's bragging on the new Xeno, but I don't know how good it is or not. I've seen some pretty good videos from them, but I don't know what difference it would be from the original.
I think it was X Force Soul Quads, a guy in the States. He ran a review side by side with the Hobson Zeno 1 and the
Yeah,
Hobson Zeno Pro.
yeah,
Like we're talking now, videos
mhm,
side by side, the two
yeah,
drones.
yeah.
And, the price was only, say, £120 more to buy the Pro.
Uh-huh.
And I just opted to get the standard Zeno because when he played the videos side by side, I thought there wasn't really, the cost of the higher quality drone. It wasn't worth the money to me just looking at the videos.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I'm quite happy with the Zeno 1. It's only 1,000 meters.
well, that's pretty good distance away. I mean,
Oh, yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
yeah,
I mean, let's face it, it's 3,300 feet,
yeah. That's a
you
good
know,
distance. Yeah,
1,000 meters.
yeah,
It's quite a range, really.
yeah. My Mavic Mini is a Wi-Fi drone too, and out in the country where I live, I can get really long distance, but I know some people that have them in the cities don't get that far because of a lot of Wi-Fi interference.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because a lot of people have problems at like 500 meters.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that, especially in the cities where there's a lot of Wi-Fi interference. But
I don't know if you saw my last video, well, maybe a couple of videos in. I did a shoot on a new cemetery that was being built in my town
hmm
because I'm a town, not a city. And it's got this look to it like a Celtic burial mound.
yeah, I think I saw that video. That was very interesting.
Yeah, it's designed like I did look it up, the name of a Celtic burial mound. I can't remember the Celtic name now, but it's got that. Yeah, you're right. It's got that look to it.
Yeah, yeah, you've got some interesting places to fly over there. I've got very few around where I live. We don't have a lot of historic things around here, other than some really old churches and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I like churches and castles and things like that. And
Yeah,
the old, the old buildings.
yeah,
More
I
of
do.
my.
Yeah, I like those too, but fortunately, we don't have any castles around here at all. And the only really historic thing around me is in San Antonio is the Alamo, and you're not allowed to fly around it.
Wow.
It's a historic site, and it's no fly zone right around it.
So what's your location?
I live about 25 miles west of San Antonio, Texas. There's a little bitty, teeny tiny small town on a lake called Mico, Mico, and I live about 3 miles from it.
Michael.
Yes.
Okay. I'll try and remember that. I do like Texas.
Yeah, I like it too. I was born and raised here, lived here most of my life, but I've
I've
got to
got a few connections there, you know.
I've got to travel a lot during my work. But since I retired a few years ago, I mostly stay home and travel around and do fun things that I like to do.
Yeah, you know, you seem to have more time on your hands when you retire, but
No,
it goes with the territory.
no, the difference is the things I do now are a lot more fun than the things I had to do before. And
Yeah,
I can schedule any work chores to fit around the fun.
that's good.
I don't have to do the chores before I have fun.
What bike are you riding now?
I have a 2008 Goldwing. I bought
Not an
it.
American bike.
Hmm?
I thought you might have gone for American.
No, I've been riding. I used to have American all my life because that's about all they had. But then in 1983, I bought my first Goldwing, and I just loved it. It's so much more smooth and more reliable. And then I've had this makes my third one since then.
Yeah, I do like Hondas. I've had a few Hondas.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very comfortable and they're pretty much maintenance free. There's very little you have to do to them except put new tires, battery, and change the oil.
That's it. If you change the oil on an engine, it'll run forever.
Oh yeah, these things I've known some people that had 300,000 and 400,000 miles without the engine being apart.
Mm. I'm an old army mechanic, you know, and as long as you change the oil and filter,
Yep.
you're good to go.
Yeah, I do most of my own minor maintenance on them. I have for years. I've always been able to do wrenching on motorcycles. So
Yeah, I've been to the States a few times. Sorry, is that bad light? I'm trying to get better light here. Okay. Is that better?
yeah, that's better.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Not a
But
problem.
isn't technology wonderful?
It is indeed, it's amazing how far technology's come. I mean, just a common ordinary cell phone has more computing power in it than some of the computers they had on the space shuttle going to the moon, stuff like that.
You know, this phone is a Samsung, and it's
Yeah,
got a four RAM processor on it, and
yeah,
it's more powerful than a lot of home computers. You know.
absolutely.
I'm going to put this on the stand just for a minute. Okay, give me a second.
Okay.
Instead of moving around all the time.
Hey, Wendell Live. I didn't see you sneak in here. I was too busy watching the screen. Good to have you. Every day is Saturday. Yeah, if you're retired, it is.
That better?
Yes, much better. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just holding it in my hand.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
good.
we do like our country for riding. You know, it's got long, lovely roads.
Yeah, we've got a lot of hills within 85 miles of where I live, so we do a lot of riding out in the hills. The last video I did from a week ago Saturday, we rode out through the hill country for about 180 miles or so.
Well, that's a
And,
good road trip. That.
yeah, and I have two cameras permanently mounted on my motorcycle. One is in front, one is in the rear. You turn the key on, they start recording, and they record the whole ride. I
Wow.
get back, I edit it down and get the best parts out of it and put it on a video. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've been making videos on YouTube since 2010, and if you go back and look some of my early stuff, it's kind of crap compared to the newer stuff. But I've learned over the years, and technology's gotten much better. I'm doing most of my videos in 4K now instead of just 1080p, and so
Yeah,
that's a lot better.
can I ask you a question about that?
Yes,
You know, on YouTube,
yes,
I don't seem to get the quality of 4K on my channel.
Do you render the video in 4K and then upload it in 4K?
I just upload it as standard on YouTube. You know, the YouTube standard upload.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do that because it sometimes does some funny things on there. What I do is I render my video as an MP4 file in 4K,
Mm.
and I upload it. It takes quite a while to upload it. But the thing about it is YouTube, when it gets a video, it processes it in real low resolution first. So like the first you'll see is 360K, and if you wait a while, it'll go up to 1080p. And if you're doing a 4K one, it sometimes takes as long as 3 or 4 hours before it gets up to 4K. And so, so what I do to keep people from watching the lower resolution is I upload it unlisted until it gets up to 4K, and then I change it to public. That way, it's up to full resolution before anybody watches it.
See, the old codger is full of advice.
Well, one thing I know a little about is video. I've been playing with it for years and years and years.
Well, I'll be honest with you. When I do watch the video, I think, oh, it's not really very good. And then when you go back the next day, it looks a lot better.
That's exactly why, because it takes it a while to render it in the higher resolution. And the other thing, it depends on how many videos are uploaded that day, how busy their servers are. Because getting it to the higher resolution has lower priority than uploading. And so if there's a lot of people uploading, you'll get the lower priority for a lot longer time.
Oh, I see. Is that better with that backlight off now?
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, I wasn't really set up for it. I do usually set it up like this when I'm doing a video to publish, to put on YouTube.
Roland Keith, glad you popped in. Sorry you have to go to work. But anyway, yeah, I've been doing video for quite a few years, and I've learned a few tricks over the years. But some people will try to take their software and upload it directly to YouTube from the software. And a lot of times YouTube will not bring it in full resolution if you do that. So what I do is I make my video as an MPEG-4 file, MP4, because that's what YouTube really prefers to have. And then once I've got the file, then I just manually upload it to my YouTube channel. And that way I'm guaranteed I get what I upload.
Well, that's what I'm more concerned about, because a lot of my videos I used to do reviews on vape devices.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I don't know if you're a sympathizer like me. I tend to think people get charged an awful lot for the same product you can get for a third cheaper on eBay.
Yeah.
So I go on YouTube and just tell people where you can get stuff for a better price,
Yeah.
I don't have any sponsors like a lot of people do.
Yeah, I don't have any sponsors on my channel either. I just do things I like to do, and if other people like them, that's good. If they don't, they can watch somebody else's channel.
That's it. A lot of people like to talk far too much, these reviewers on drones.
Yeah, there's a lot of interest in drones these days. I see more and more people all over the world that'll watch nearly any drone video you put up. Yeah. I put one video up of me chasing the birds with my drone, and people thought it was pretty interesting, but it wasn't much to it. I mean, I was just flying low over the trees to try and scare them out. And
I saw that.
And I saw a couple of them fly out of there, but
I think something like a beast drone, like a Phantom 3, would be more effective.
Yeah, if I had one, but I
Yeah,
have an old Mavic Pro original. That's the noisiest one that I have. It's sometimes I'll put it out there just to make more noise, but the Mavic Mini is actually the quietest drone I have. It's even quieter than the Mavic 2 Pro, and they're not very loud.
You know, I was quite surprised. I was talking to someone on Drone Seekers International, Drone
Mm-hmm.
Club, Drone Seekers,
Mhm.
and asking to compare the size of the drone with the size of the Mavic Pro and the Mavic Pro Zoom drones.
Yeah,
And the Hudson is quite a bit bigger. The Hudson Zeno is quite a bit bigger than the Mavic
yeah.
series. Yeah, I was quite surprised about that.
Michael Beck Reynolds, good to see you. Stop in. Take care. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, the quietness of the drones depends more on the propeller design than anything else. The way that propellers are designed is what makes them quiet or loud.
Yeah, the Hudson Zeno is very quiet.
Yeah,
I do like that. The Phantom 3 I used to fly quite a bit was a real noisy brute.
yeah.
Yeah, very noisy. So how many drones have you got?
I just have the three. I bought the Mavic Pro original probably nearly 4 years ago now, and I flew it around quite a while. And then when the Mavic 2 Pro came out, I was trying to figure out whether I wanted the Zoom or the Pro, and I ended up getting the Pro because I like the low light quality of it better. And so I ended up getting the Mavic 2 Pro, and then when the Mavic Mini came out, I got it primarily to carry around with me on my motorcycle because if you get the little combo pack on it, it's very small. I mean, it's like 18 inches wide by 14 inches by 6 inches, the whole case with drone and everything in it. And it fits in the trunk of my motorcycle.
Yeah, there's no space for them at all, yeah,
Yeah.
which is ideal. But don't they have flyaway problems in over 10 mile an hour?
No, that's not true. That's absolutely not true. I've had my Mavic Mini up in winds that were up close to 20, 22 miles an hour, and I was getting high wind warnings. But you could see the drone getting blown around, but the camera was perfectly steady. It was holding the camera perfectly steady. I was amazed.
Did that affect the flight time?
Yeah, it'll affect the flight time if you're in high winds. You won't get a full 27 minutes or whatever. It might drop it down to 22 or 18, but yeah, it does affect the flight time when you're fighting the wind, but it will fight it. It'll try to hold position as best it can. It does a very good job for such a little drone. I'm surprised what it will do.
Well, I just missed buying one off a club member who was selling it with quite a lot of extras, and with what you're saying now, I'm regretting that a little bit. But I am looking to get the new Mavic Air 2.
That is a good drone. It really is for the money. If I didn't have the Mavic Pro, I probably would buy one of those because for the money, you get almost as good a picture. I mean, you can actually get 4K 60 with it. The Mavic Pro only gets 4K 30. The only difference is it's not quite as good in low light as the Mavic Pro, but anything else, it's outstanding. And since it has the new OcuSync on it, there's no chance of getting it lost.
Put that new umbrella chip in it.
The new what?
I think it's called the umbrella chip.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that, but it's probably a video processing chip.
Yeah.
And that's probably why it does so much better. But
what the fuck was it? 8K.
Yeah, the Mavic Air 2 doesn't do 8K video. I don't think it might do some 8K hyperlapse, but I've heard some people say there was some problems with that, so I don't know. They might fix it in an update.
Yeah, you know, it's best not to rush and buy these things.
But I've seen a lot of video from the Mavic 2 Airs, and it looks really, really good.
Oh yeah, me too. This is what I'm thinking of getting one.
Yeah.
You know, there's always this question of the quality of uploads. I don't think you're going to get. Well, that's another question I was going to ask you. You know, when you have YouTube Premium,
Do what?
you know, YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
they give you an opportunity to pay for the YouTube Premium.
Oh, no, I don't do that.
Well, there you go. That's another question answered. Thanks.
That just keeps you from getting ads. I don't mind watching ads if I don't have to pay for it. Hey, Mummy of 11, glad to see you stop in. Rod Piker Drones, UK, good to see you too.
Well, that's good news then, because I was thinking that you maybe get better quality video if you pay for the premium.
Not that I know of. The only thing I know it does is it cuts out the ads. You don't get ads.
Oh, well, that's okay. I don't mind submitting a survey every now and again.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, I think it's good for them and good for us as well.
Yeah, there's not many things I pay a premium for. About the only thing that I find really worthwhile is some of the music I play on my videos. I pay a subscription to Epidemic Sound because they have so many good different styles of music that you can use, and you'll never get a copyright strike on your channel from that.
That's what I get too, copyright strike. So
Yeah.
I do float around to places to get non-copyright music.
Well,
here.
YouTube has a YouTube audio library that's got some pretty good music in it, and you can use that for free, and you won't get a copyright strike.
Right, I'm gonna have to look into that one.
Yeah, go in there. Just do a search for YouTube audio library, and they have them arranged by different styles and types and everything. And
Actually,
you can download those, all of them, and have the ones you like in your own library. And you find some you want to use in your video, you just put them in there, and you'll never get a copyright strike on any of those.
I do have some good tunes on my video at the moment, but sometimes they are a bit repetitive.
They do what?
You know, sometimes they're a bit repetitive, my videos. It all depends which which video editor I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
But now you mentioned about YouTube Library, I've been using the InShot app.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, it's got some really good features for fading music in and out, and it's got a lot of music on its own app, which is obviously not copyrighted.
Yeah.
But what do you find if I download a music track from InShot and I use Google Photos as well?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the editor on there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you use music from InShot and render a video on Google Photos, it doesn't really like you doing that.
Really?
It takes
Kim, Mummy of 13, good to see you stop by. I hope you get some good sleep. Thank you for stopping in. Sorry to interrupt you. A friend of mine from over your side of the world says she's gonna go get some sleep.
If you think I'm going what you call an uncomfortable silence, I'm giving you an opportunity to answer people. That's all.
That's okay. There's not that many people watching anyway, and I'm gonna have to end this stream pretty soon. It's been fun, but I've got some things I got to do tonight myself. I was mainly just testing to see how well this new computer handles it, and I haven't seen a single glitch anywhere. It looks good.
No, it's working brilliantly.
Okay. Well, that's what I wanted to find out. That's the main reason I went on to stream tonight, and I appreciate you stopping in.
Well, I'm
And,
in Manchester, in England, and it's working like a dream.
well, that's good.
There's no delay, feedback, or anything.
Yeah, that's same here. It looks really good from both ends. All right, sir. Well, I appreciate you stopping in tonight, and we'll catch you another time, maybe.
Hey, look in on my channel on Facebook, Game of Drones.
Will do. Thank you, sir.
Anytime. Nice to meet you.
You too. Bye.